We appreciate you showing us your fighting spirit so much. But
No, yeah.
JJ Kuhn, like, how you feeling so far? What
It's
it's been a minute since you've seen Gundam, so how does it look to you now?
I mean, oh man, it has been quite a while since I've been inside of a unit. So, I'm just trying to, feel things out once again. But after that first series that we just had, Tekken Dynasty going against Portland Burnsiders is just made me want to jump in again.
That's
I mean, as you
we
can
really
see.
do hope. We really do hope that we're inspiring more people to play Gundam Evolution, just because we love it. It's a great game. It has so many cool things that you can do, units, maneuverability, but these teams make it look so easy.
No, yeah, for sure. Like you might think that it's easy, they are playing so quickly as well, but in reality, it's more than that, and the mere fact that they can make it really look like it's more or less nothing,
Hey,
it's
look,
phenomenal.
it's Mountain R&D Lab. So we got bans and picks going on with the maps right now between these two phenomenal teams. And it looks like we got Colony Trading Posts, Mountain R&D. We're gonna get a little color in our day to day. Flagfort and Harbor have been banned. Sorry, not this time. And Underground Command Center is also banned. It's okay with that. Quarry, and with the designer being Thermal Plant. Wow. Okay. So these two teams really don't mind playing capture the points. This is really nice. This is very refreshing to see. Usually we end up just doing bomb plants for the entire event, but with Mountain R&D and Thermal Plant in the mix as the decider, we're gonna have a lot of action. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of action tonight.
Honestly, like, as much as I kind of like hated Harbor City, I want. So here's the thing, like as a player, I don't like playing in Harbor City. But like as a spectator, as a caster, I'd love to see Harbor City just because of the fact that it is very chaotic. But it seems as if we're not going to be seeing that quite yet. Quite yet. Hopefully later on, in the tournament. But as you have mentioned, Mountain R&D Lab, Colony Trading Post, and Terminal Plant is going to be our maps for this game.
I'm very excited to see Mountain R&D just because there's a strategy of, obviously you always want to keep the high ground. These players are very, again, with the player pool that we have right now. The player pool that we have right now.
I'm sorry, Cyber.
The game's been out long enough, and we know the strengths and weaknesses of a lot of these maps. You have new players integrating with older players taking that seniority and saying, hey, listen, this is the way we run things around here, and it always works for us. But Mountain R&D, it's just basically a lot of capturing the objective, holding the objective, earning those points for your team, also making sure that you're not getting flanked, because Mountain R&D is basically just one giant oval square circle. You can be flanked just about from any direction. And I assume we're going to see a lot of Zaku ranged on that map, because if there's one thing NA does not shy away from, that's using units that are not considered in a specific type of meta and making it their own. So it's really cool just to see a lot of units like Zaku ranged. God, we saw a gun tank. we actually had a gun tank on Mountain R&D in one of the last events. And who knows what we can expect from Goo Gang. Like they've come in, they're Goo Gang, gang, do their thing, and they just keep it moving. But again, these two teams, they know what they're doing. Sotoras Esports, Goo Gang, they're not new. They know their way around these maps.
No, yeah, for sure. Yeah. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, and all pilots alike, put it down in the comments which team you'd love to see win here. We have Sotoras Esports and Goo Gang. But, before we head into that, we're going to be setting up the games here and there. Cyber's going to get inside his own suit, and I will be on, going back to my regular suit in just a bit. So hopefully we get to see you guys in just a bit. We're going to be setting up the game, and we'll get right back into it as soon as possible. I like how... we go. Shall I intro again? Going into the game?
Yeah.
Okay. The Breakout Series is once again back for the second match of the stream. It is going to be Goo Gang versus Sotoras Esports. Let's find out who's going to be winning this one.
Esports! I'm so hyped. The Tekken announcers have gotten me so hyped. I wish, every match was just like Sotoras versus Goo Gang. Here they go.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So for those new to this objective, this is not planting the bomb. This is capturing the point. And of course, you just want to make sure that you capture that high ground first.
Oh yeah, for sure. Getting that high ground means taking control of the capture point. And as we see that, beautiful stun!
So Taurus is taking control here.
Beautiful stun coming in from that of the Barbatos, really, from behind as well. But look at this right now. It seems as if Sotoras Esports is going to be able to be the first one to control the point.
We got a gun tank on the map as well. Gun tank, woo! If you got that emote, we'll get some of those in the chat. Hey, let me just say this, gun tank never misses. 100% accuracy all the time. However, it looks like Goo Gang is trying to just infiltrate that point. There's a couple of them there. They need a little more reinforcements to make that happen, and it looks like they actually did. They actually have control of the point.
Tony actually low with the Sazabi as well, but Mealy here, with the Dom Trooper, trying to do some flanks. Not gonna be a lot though. So Taurus trying to get back into C point, but we only have 30 seconds left before it changes to B point. There you go. Goo Gang just putting down all the goo in C point.
Gang, making it happen. He almost made it out.
There we go.
Oh man. Listen, in a situation like this, this is that little, this is the pregame game where, the point's about to open up. You really don't want to use any ultimates. You want to hold on to them for the objective actually opens up. Sometimes you will see those. We just heard Bro Fatman do theirs. We're not really sure what strategic advantage that could give unless it was just going to go ahead and, give your side more to defend in that situation. But with point B unlocking in that 1 second, Sotoras Esports has taken the point. Hopefully they can just, fill in that gap. The beautiful thing about this point, especially with that barb ult coming out. Woo!
Wow! Spicy! But Garma, though, still not using the one-punch G maneuver just yet. Just maybe trying to, maybe just trying to check things out, trying to get prepared for everything. But, there we go.
There we go. I just want to point out, though, Goo Gang has taken the point back. If you're new to Gundam Evolution, just keep in mind that you see the percentage to the left or the right of whatever team is gaining. It tells you the estimate percentage. So if you're able to hold that point for the remaining time, you should receive that much in compensation. It's really nice, especially if you're looking to just maybe give 5 points away so you can have an advantage of capturing the next point early. But it definitely, like in a situation like this, let's just put things in perspective for a lot of players out there. Anytime a point is given up when there's about 10 seconds left, that was strategy. You don't need the point anymore. It's more important that you leave the current point that you have and you go set up to defend and attack on the next point. Exactly, just to secure yourself that objective.
But here you go, going back into the C point. The battle for the high grounds here is going and leading into the advantage of Sotoras Esports.
It's very interesting you say that because Sotoras has been winning in the high ground, but they don't have the points to reflect that.
No, yeah, for sure. That's what happened in the first time of the first C point as well. They won the high ground, but unfortunately, they don't have any follow-up going into, the actual point capture.
Rockets going out there from the Dom, just trying to poke. Sometimes it's really important that you do put the enemy team in a position where they can't go in and attack and they have to fall back. Sometimes that's as good as defeat, but you got more ultimates coming out. You got Dom, we got Exia. We got a lot of people down from Goo Gang with only the Exia.
Sotoras with a Transem as well.
Yeah.
Actually gets taken down.
Sotoras is actually able to contest in this match and keep themselves in the game, gaining points on objective C. And again, it's very important that instead of it being one-sided sweep, that they actually put up a fight, and Sotoras is here to do just that.
Oh wow, very beautiful point capture coming in from Sotoras Esports, just because of the fact that they were at the very least was able to maintain the lead. You know, the point capture rather.
Oh, look
from
at that! Oh, look at that, Barb! Barb said, "Go home."
Oh wow, 1 win. Okay, beautiful stuff. But the question is though, would GoGang be able to catch up against Sotoras Esports?
You know, I think they can.
Very beautiful C point.
They're running 2 melees. And I'm very favorable of the melee units in this game, and I feel like, you know, you're running 2 melees, one that can execute. There goes a Hyperion ult going out, looking for some targets. Everyone's moving away. 6 feet, but he ends up catching 2.
Beautiful stuff coming in from GoGang here. Dr. Doggo as well.
I mean, on the score there. This is so close.
Look at the Sotoras Esports was able to take that
Dr.
one
Doggo
out
hanging out on his own, just trying to hold that point down. If enough people move off, he can take it.
Is that going to be enough though? GoGang want to be able to retake a point. But here comes the Nimbus. Not going to be able to hit anyone at all, unfortunately enough.
Sometimes it's about sending a message. It's okay. I mean, GoGang is holding the point. They're running
true.
The numbers. They're doing the calculations. Sotoras is trying to get back on, and they are able to steal.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, they stole the point. They're wiping it out.
There
They're
we
clearing
go.
it out. They still
We're
have a
going
lot
into
more.
overtime, dude.
You know, look, Mountain R&D, it's nothing but stress. There it is. There's the all.
Oh, Transam once again.
Valid
That's gonna
making.
be
Oh,
one.
trying to make a stance.
Ooh. But here we go. Extra time is going to be to play now. Sotoras Esports just needs to stay and buy some time now.
Someone just needs to create that opening, and here's one. Yeah, again, we got more and more ults going out. Boom, Diggle's looking for the opportunity to just wipe out that point and take the objective, but it's just so close to everyone's spawn points. You sometimes in a situation like this, you might even want to just switch to another unit that has a faster movement speed to get back out there, but it looks like that time is going down.
There we go.
There it is. Sotoras takes round 1.
Sotoras, after a very huge deficit from the early game, was able to get back up against GoGang, you know, from the mid game going into that of the late game, and very beautiful defense as well coming from them going against GoGang. But the question is, I don't think GoGang will let this slide, and the question now remains, will Sotoras Esports be able to bring the momentum from round number 1 to round number 2?
You know, it's again, these names are very familiar to this map. They know what to do. They know where they should be. They know how everything works. What's very interesting is you know, both teams have won on these maps. They have lost on these maps, be that in competitive or just in, you know, scrims or casual or even ranked. So again, Mountain R&D is just one of those maps that you know how it works. You know that there are multiple ways to take objective B. Sometimes just, you know, going on autopilot and running straight to the objective isn't the best idea. We saw a lot of these teams just group up, and they're just like, you know what, let me go in twos. Let's just see if we can, you know, make something happen together. And listen, you know, you got One Trick Tony. His name's listen, One Trick Tony. Okay, he's gonna make some tricks happen.
But here we go now, going into round number 2. Once again, C point high ground game. Sotoras Esports still controlling the high ground. Nothing's changed since earlier.
You know, the point will unlock in about 7 seconds, so we'll really see who's going to be paying attention to these objective captures.
Okay. Still neutral point here. And
That was a beautiful escape, by the way. You see that there, yeah.
Oh man, going to be the first one to secure the point.
So we're just making sure that they get that early lead. It's very important that you just kind of assert your dominance from the very beginning. The Barbs are barbing it out. Very nice revive there.
We go.
The gang, looking out for the gang.
Still not quite a lot of what's happening here. Both of them just trying to defend and buy time for each other. But Sotoras Esports is slowly but surely racking up those points. Very beautiful contest just at the nick of time here, just to prevent Gugan from taking this point. But with that being said, 9 seconds left. This is the point where you have to move now to the next point, as you have mentioned earlier.
Just want everyone to keep an eye on Garmazabi there. Garmazabi is definitely leading when it comes to ultimate charge. You just know that Garma is going to just do something underhanded and sneaky to try and secure something for their team. Just because, you know, sometimes you just, listen, Gundam battles call for that.
But here you go, going into B point in just a bit, ladies and gentlemen. All pilots alike is going to be open. Here you go.
There it is. Point B is in effect. And it looks like, once again, Sotoras was there to capture it. Yeah, there we go. You got Boone just standing there like, hey, I got a moment to breathe. You know, let's just get this point and keep going. Love to see it. Got that gun tank
at
there.
This point.
Look at that. Gun tank never misses.
At this point, right? If Sotoras Esports would be able to get all of the points here, maximizes all the percentages here, they just need then one more to win this game.
But you know, that's the interesting thing about Mountain R&D is just that you can give the enemy team can have 99 points. You just need that final objective. I've done it. Some of us here in chat have done that before. You just had one of those matches of just like this. Everything's high octane,
it's too intense,
and it, everyone's reviving, getting them ults out. But then at the very end, you're able to hold that point from 0 to 100 and take the win. I honestly think that's the story that I'm looking toward. I'm looking forward to seeing that today. I wouldn't count Gugang out just yet.
No, not quite yet. Especially if this is just the first game, the first match, right? Still have 2 more matches potentially, to come through. But with that being said, 11 seconds, so 10 seconds is left.
Oh, look at that from the high rope.
Point C.
We definitely have a wrestling enthusiast. There we go. That's it. All right. Gugang has captured C. They're earning their points. They're saying we're still in this. They're holding it down.
The first point as well.
None of them are anywhere near to an ultimate at the moment. And it definitely there goes that there's the screaming embers from the Dom on supports. Just being a bully, I guess.
I mean, that's what you want, right? Like if you can't really destroy them just yet, just be a menace, try to annoy them and get
fire. You see that? Look at that.
Oh wow.
World
94 seconds.
Fight. Here he is.
2, 1, and
they're waiting for it. Look at that. You see how someone was right there. They were waiting. As soon as it hit 99%, they were waiting to just pause that for a second. I think now Gugang just knows it's now or never. They still have about 5 people up.
And here you go.
This is it. It's creeping in their favor. This is it. They've taken point C. Victory is just 100. And listen. They're holding it down as long as they can.
That's the thing, though. It's still quite a huge and long time.
Man, but it looks like they're getting wiped out. Yeah. Sotoras is taking it back. So far, no. Oh, yeah, there was the ult from Ash. Sotoras is just trying to make sure that they secure
there we
this.
go.
They worked hard, they got it, and they took the victory, and there you go. I gotta give Gugang credit,
the first game.
I gotta give them credit because they were very strategic about how they were planning on, if they didn't get it in the beginning, okay, we got to get it at some point. But especially, with people like Royal Fat Man out there on the field, just doing so much in a very small amount of time, you can't overlook that Zaku range. I think Zaku range has been one of the most cool and sleeper units in the entirety of Gundam Evolution. It's just, they're really good at doing a lot of damage in a short amount of time. And once you find that sweet spot of momentum and managing your boost, managing your, smoke, getting the heck out of there, you get a free boost now whenever you pop that, smoke grenade, and just having the ability to just engage and back out, engage and back out on maps like this where you're a lot of us are really looking just from the front, getting ganked from behind, or someone just creating that extra pocket of opening. It's so frustrating, but it's definitely a good match. That's what we love. That's what we love about Mountain R&D. It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, and Cyber, okay, I literally have nothing else to say because you already took the words out of my mind straight. Well, with that being said, though, we're going to be heading into game number 2 in just a bit, so don't go anywhere. Get your snacks, get your water, and don't go anywhere because we'll be right back for game number 2. Ba, 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 ba.
Can you feel that? Your mission is to destroy both target objectives. The mission is about to begin.
That's right. We are back with
Wow,
Sotoras
I-
Esports and Goo Gang, back again. Whew, man, this is game two. Round two. Gonna
Cyber,
be phenomenal.
I said a lot.
There's so
I
much
said a lot.
that's going into this match. There's so much on the line. And you know what? Colony Trading Post is the best place to have this exhibition. One of our favorite maps, looks beautiful. One of the newer maps too. And we just have so many openings, opportunities, airspace. Listen, some of these are no-fly zones, but we'll find out which ones they are today.
But before we head into the match, we still have 10 seconds left. I would love to give shoutouts to J.A. Toms or Ja Toms, however you wanna, how do you pronounce it? Let me know in the comments, for donating $25 to support LANFest. Very beautiful stuff. Make sure to support everyone right now to our charity sponsors. We're going into the match.
Speaking of support, I just really want to point out that we got a unicorn on Goo Gang, which is phenomenal, just because when it comes down to moving forward and adding some form of sustainability for your front line and your back line, there it is. You know, Unicorn does that very well, especially since now there's been an update. Unicorn actually provides more support in terms of armor to their team, and it's just, I love having one on mine.
Getting in some supports indeed, and healing from that of the Unicorn. But here you go. One Trick Tony trying to catch up. Doesn't have any shield though.
You know, it's very important that you try and keep this checkpoint on Colony Trading Post. It does give you a very short way back to the bombs, point A and B. And for anyone that is unfamiliar with this map, both teams are trying to either plant or defuse their respective bombs. There's another phase to this map entirely as well, but I'm going to be honest with you, sometimes we never even get to see it. Some of these teams are just so good at keeping the other away from that first point, but it looks like we got Dr. Doggo just waiting around, and this is a very smart idea. Just group up. Sometimes it's very important to just, you know what, that little exhibition we just did for 2 minutes didn't work. Let's group up and try something else.
Oh, yeah, but you go 3 minutes left, and nobody has yet taken
some G maneuvers.
Esports has not yet taken the relay point, and nor
we got some value though.
Points.
Look at that kill feed. We got some value from those G maneuvers. Jin taking out at least 2 units.
Successfully captured the waypoint.
Wow,
Sotoras Esports getting pushed back to spawn. This was the opening that Goo Gang needed.
And Goo Gang putting in the mega charge. There you go.
Love to see it. Teamwork. Teamwork.
Oh, it was Jay Adams apparently. Jay Adams, thank you very much for the.
Oh, look at that! Oh, wow! Look at that value that they just got from.
Not yet.
Look
4
at that
down.
opening. So remember, the bomb was planted downstairs at point B, so you also have to clear that out as well. This is very smart. You have
disarming
so many people working
right
to
now.
Disarm. If anyone is above, just keep in mind there is a little hole. There's 2 holes above B, and so what a lot of people do,
Oh,
they'll
wow.
just shoot down into that. With so many people down there, it's hard to find the target. Very good. Just so much action happening right now with all these ultimates going out. It's about 1 minute and 45 seconds left on the clock, and you know, at the end of the day, Sotoras Esports really wants to make sure that victory is beyond any reasonable doubt for their side. They're clearing out Goo Gang. And Goo Gang has 1 minute and 30 seconds to get their goo back together.
I'm not even gonna comment on that. I'm not even gonna comment on that, dude. Oh my goodness!
Here it is.
The maneuver.
Oh, Unicorn just looking for targets, looking to do a dent in the enemy team. Just trying to create space, trying to make some value. There goes the funnels going out as well. Looks like Tony hanging down there, trying to defend this. Having 1,400 health makes him a very good target for defending and defusing bombs, mainly because people have to chew through more health to get him down to stop him from what he's doing.
But here you go. Royal
Fat Man. He's just looking out to see if there's anyone coming from that area. That's a great way to just try and deter anyone that's flanking, especially since Saku range is a very good one-on-one skirmisher. Look at that. Look at
But with that being said, though, Goo Gang still only has 42 points.
He's got that all. Look at that value. He was wasn't able to hit anyone, but you know what it did? It moved him forward. He created some noise. He's in there. He's behind. He is the distraction. He is the moment. As Lady Gaga would say, it is him. It is his time.
But there you go. Sotoras Esports still trying to defend this one up against Gogang, and just 5 seconds left, stuck at 42.3%. Oh man, Sotoras Esports just needs to get 42.4% of the Mega Charge in order to win this one.
That's right. That's right. That's no easy feat. You know, like I said earlier on Colony Trading Post, maps like Colony Trading Post, Flak Fort, Quarry, you know, there are some times where most teams don't even get to make it. There's a bomb on this map? Where? I've never seen it. So, you know, being able to at least get any amount of charge on these bombs is a very big deal, because you can at least, that then creates more tension. You know, the strategy at this point now is to just make sure that, you know, they just never get to the bomb. And that's very hard to do. I'm predicting we're going to see at some point, maybe a turn A in here, since turn A, you know, can do a lot of damage from the skies. But then again, you have...
And that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
But that's the thing, right? Like, once it uses its G maneuver as well, even at the platform of the point A, it still goes down to point B.
Yeah, it does. But you know what? As I was saying that, I just pointed out that, you know, it was very interesting about Colony Trading Post is it's one of those maps where you're higher to the ceiling level out in the open. So a unit like Turn A can very easily be counterplayed, because they're not going up as high as they would go on, say, if it was like Harbor or any of the other maps, you know, especially at point A where you're up and above and you have ash flying around, you know, they're controlling the skies. Actually, probably really wouldn't want to be a turn A on this map.
No, yeah, but here's the thing, though. Like, again, Sotoras Esports just needs 42.4. Sorry, just a 0.4%, right, in order to win against Gogang.
Marvel units all deciding to go together. Garmazabi hanging out with the rest of their team. One Trip Tony leading in. One Trip Tony's the first one down, which is a Sazabi, but that's not always a bad thing, because it takes a lot of damage to bring down Sazabi, which means a lot of focus on that one unit. Hopefully, if you can get some picks while everyone's focusing on your tank, that's some value there.
Here we go, though. 4 minutes left in the clock. That is still quite a very long time
Smart idea here
left
from
for
Pellrider.
Sotoras. There you go, getting in the waypoint as well. But the question is, would they be able to charge their Mega Chargers? Nobody at B, though.
Got a little 2v1 here with Tony. The spin funnels are going out. The beautiful thing about the spin funnels is they're a really good way, new gun them to just do damage and secure a kill. But the bomb has been planted. Here it is. They knew what they were doing. It's so interesting. It just feels like the opening just revealed itself to them and they took it. You know. Look at that barb. Look at him, hungry, ravaging, salivating. I see them dripping oil on the bomb already, just waiting for anyone to just come close enough.
2, 1, and that is it. Sotoras Esports taking in a 2-0 against Gogang. Much like what happened in our first series, you know, of the day, with Tekka Dynasty winning in 2-0. That is going to be the case once again for Sotoras Esports against Gogang.
Man, there's Royal Fat Man looking good and looking clean, looking strong and looking mean. That's what I'm talking about. These Zaku Rangers, I'm telling you, they're making a statement. They are making a statement. It's very interesting because I remember in the beginning of the Breakout series when the meta wasn't so much of anything having to do with Zaku Range. Zaku Range was just that unit. Yeah, you might see someone playing it in casual, but no one plays that unit in ranked. But over the past couple of updates, Zaku Range has gotten so much love. They're so strong. I have to admit, they're a very fun unit and rewarding unit to play. You know, when we look back at the ult that happened before the end, I believe, of the second match on Colony Trading Post, where it was just like, you know, hey, let me just sneak behind the enemy team and then just press one button. And even if I miss, I've created enough noise and giving myself enough space that you can still turn around and just take advantage of everyone that was behind you. So I'm loving all of the Zaku range that we're seeing.
Oh man, and speaking of range, the range of Sotoras Esports against Gugang is the score of 2-0,
That's
meaning
right.
they are going to be the ones moving forward to the upper bracket, going against Tekka Dynasty in
Wow.
just a bit.
Wow.
And I mean, again, Gugang here still not eliminated, still has the lower bracket, so they still have a chance, much like I would call this much like Portland Burnside, is to get back up into the grand finals and possibly get a rematch as well to those that dropped them in the lower bracket. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, and all pilots alike, we'll be right back after this short break and give you immediately the next match.